Hey everyone, in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you how to create attraction with women. Checklist point number 1, focus all mental energy. What I mean by this is you've got to silence the chatter in your head when you approach. The only thing you should be thinking about is what's unfolding as you go in, not what might happen or what could happen. Consider this a social interaction. It's a living, breathing, dynamic thing during the course of which an infinite number of things can occur. Given that, doesn't it make sense that you need as much processor speed as humanly possible in order to perceive what's happening, decide what the proper course of action is, and respond instantly? Sure it does. Cycling through failure scenarios in your head isn't going to do you anything but rob you of that precious brain power. Worse, that internal pollution is going to taint the broadcast. You will end up inadvertently giving off an insecure vibe. Don't do it. Checklist point number 2, frame control. Another thing that screws most people up at a fundamental level is a lack of frame control. Controlling the frame means controlling the context and the direction of the conversation, being commanding. Too many guys will hear an unfavorable comment and just deflate and give up. Or sometimes the girls will say something negative about them and they fall into it by addressing it. The next thing you know, the discussion is out of their control and they're faced with this distasteful choice of either digging themselves out of the hole or giving up and ejecting. At this point, most guys do the latter. Frankly, so would I. Best to prevent things from getting to that point in the first place. That means cutting off threads that work against you. That means talking over people who are saying things that don't lead the conversation in the ways you want it to go. Sometimes it means flagrantly changing the subject with a ridiculous non sequitur. Whatever works. Frame control can be a difficult thing to learn, but I can't stress this enough. It's absolutely necessary. Checklist point number 3, move things forward. Ever see that movie, Glengarry Glen Ross? The motto of the salesman in this movie is ABC, always be closing. This is the motto of the successful pickup artist as well. Don't get me wrong here. I don't mean you should go up to women and try to get them back to your place in the shortest time possible. Don't jump the gun. You've got to take things one step at a time. This isn't a race. By the same token, however, I get frustrated when I see guys talking to these girls for hours on end without doing anything to escalate things towards a situation where things get physical. Like, it's 3 hours in and they haven't even touched her on the arm. I think a big reason guys do this is because they're afraid to get blown out. Like, they think, okay, this is going great. She's laughing at my jokes and we're vibing really well. I better not screw it up by trying to escalate. Newsflash, man, if they're sticking around, it's highly likely that they know what's going on and they expect you to escalate. These girls have reasonable expectations that you're gonna step up at some point and take things to the next level. Don't let them down. It's just tacky. Remember, once a girl's attracted to you, there's a window of time which you can strike, so to speak. Once that window's closed, you're done, bro. Always have a direction and always be moving to set forward in that direction. Want to learn how to meet and attract beautiful women? Click on the link in the description below to learn how.